just saw that in the chat you said that you wanted to prove the Wehrmacht's might.
I guess I'm going to Warmacht, ain't I?
Okay.
Who are you playing as?
I think I will go with the Soviet.
Ooh, wonderful. I've never really played against them. Interesting. Thank you. Now it's going to be even harder for me to figure out how to beat them. Yeah, so...
It's the only ally faction that I really wanted to play with.
Oh, like to learn and play good with? Is that what you mean?
Oh no, I always play OKW, so I do not know really well how to play the ally faction.
Right. I see what you're saying. Okay, so other than that...
Can you push the play button on my back? It doesn't work for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh, nice, man. There you go. Okay, I am going to... I guess I'll get ready too. Can I keep track of the rounds? Can I keep round dice just for references?
Yes, we can take a dice.
Because normally what I do is at the end of the game, win or lose, I keep track of what faction won and lost. Just to see if there's anything. Okay. Question also with the MG movement, do you have to spend one command point to pack up, or when it's set up, can you just use one CP to move, or what's the rules here?
The basic rule that you have to use the CP to pack it up. I know that some players prefer to pack it up for free. Personally, I do not like the pack for free because I think that these weapon team are not supposed to run around the board like your main infantry force.
Yep.
With the Wehrmacht, I think that it completely sweep the grenadier from their role.
Exactly.
So I think that it's very, very important that the unit have to pack up and unpack. It makes them very vulnerable to flank attacks, which is, I think, a part of the game. And it gives the Rocket and Warfare of the OKW their unique trait because they have a speed dice. Okay. So I think the game is balanced with the necessity or to pack and unpack. I'm not a fan of the free packing rule.
Okay, and that's what I'm asking before we start, just to be sure. Because I know people play differently. That's what I want to ask. Because I know they were testing it, free packing and free unpacking, but I was like, let me just double check that what we're doing here.
Personally, I think that it just destroyed the role of some of the units in the faction.
It does. It does. I agree with you.
Because yes, there is something like external balance, one faction toward another, but there's also internal balance. Each unit have to have a role, and if two machine guns can sweep across the board, I cannot see a reason to build grenadiers.
Exactly. I agree with you. Where do I want to start here is a question.
The cathedral, I think that in the mission booklet it states that if we fight with units inside the cathedral, we do not have cover. It's like we're outside, so okay. We can shoot each other inside of the cathedral.
Oof, no cover. Another question. If I have an MG set up here, just let's see an example like this. Can I hit this hex here?
Oh, yeah. I will check in my mission booklet.
Do you know what I mean? If I'm shooting like this and there's a unit here or
if you can shoot through another X of the same building.
Yeah. I'm thinking you can't. I just want to ask to be clear.
I will check in the mission booklet. There are special rules for the cathedral. So what the rule book says is that you have line of sight through the cathedral as long as you do not cross two green cover lines of the cathedral.
So like, interesting. I guess what they're saying is this: you have line of sight here, but I don't have line of sight here because I'm crossing two greens.
Two greens, and if you try to go there, you cross also two
Yep.
greens.
Yep. Now if I go here, that's only one green. So technically, then I can
Yes,
shoot.
it's okay. Yes.
Interesting. That's very powerful. Okay. Well, technically, would that be crossing two greens? Because I think to shoot here is nothing.
No, if you go right on the side of an X, it's okay.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out how to play this map. I've never played this map before, so this can be interesting. Do I go to manpower, or do I go right for... Interesting.
I'm ready whenever you are. We'll call it a 15-point game.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm ready too.
1, 2, 3.
That's right. Oh, I gotta get my command points. Whoops. Cube first, cube first. I'm doing it backwards.
Are you done?
Nah, I want to know if I want to move my MG up here one more. Yeah, I'm done. Okay.
So let's supply.
2 manpower for me.
Same.
Oh, I mean, I have 2 manpower points, so it means I have 4 manpower technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What do we build? What do we do? already then.
Boom.
Alright, I think I did something wrong.
Why?
I'm supposed to only have 3 fuel, not 5, right? I don't think I put my fuel down. This shouldn't be out. A 222. I've only got 3. Okay, yeah, I did something wrong. Give me 1 second. I started with 4 fuel.
Yes, it was. We were at 2 fuel at start.
Okay, it should be like this. There we go. So 4 manpower. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I got this. So 1. We were at 2 fuel, correct? To start?
You started at 2 fuel?
Yeah, I left it at 4 by accident. That's was like, how did I get a 2 to 2 so quick? Okay, that makes sense. So that should be okay. Makes sense. Yep.
You started at 2. You made
1.
2.
Just
you
one.
made 1. Okay.
Just 1 fuel.
Okay, and you. Okay. Tier 1. Okay.
Yep, I'm still tier 1. Okay, that fixes everything. I had it 4 in the beginning, and I went to 5. I was like, how did I get? I was wondering how I got a 2 to 2 so fast. I was like, this. I never done this before. That makes sense. There we go. Okay, so this should be a 5 still. Okay. Okay, there we go. That fixes everything. That was my mistake. Okay, perfect. I started with the wrong amount of fuel. I think everything's good. This should be now round 2. What do you got? Conscripts scout car. Interesting.
Dark conscript and flamer conscript.
Okay.
Okay, so I start in 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
For me.
So do I just want to set my MG up? No, I do not. But that is it for me also. Yeah, that's it. I don't see any combat.
No, no combat.
Okay, then we go to, I got 1 munitions. 1 fuel, I mean. See, something strange.
Yes, your side seems to have an advantage early game. You have more manpower than me.
Yeah, something doesn't
But it's the way the map is built.
Because you don't have nothing. I mean, like, oh, I guess you do have an extra. You have an extra fuel. I don't have the fuel there.
I'll check the map booklet.
Yeah, I almost feel like I have a little advantage because I have 2 manpower in the beginning. I can get in the first turn.
I'm trying to check Kolung for 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know where the mistake is. If you just remove 1 power, no, okay, it has an impact, huge impact.
Yes.
Because the manpower point is there.
Okay.
So instead, you would not have a manpower.
Yep, last turn. That's fine.
And to get that, you should have to end your turn on that one at this turn.
Okay.
If you want the manpower instead of the fuel.
Man, you know what? I think. Because I subtracted 1 right now. I think I'll still go for the fuel instead of the manpower.
Okay.
So this should be, I guess, just white. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. That I was about to make. I'm like, something doesn't make sense. Like, that's such a quick start for me. There we go. Now I can get a 2-2-2 if I wanted. Okay. Okay, I'm ready then.
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Interesting. Wait, and that thing's transporting somebody or no?
Flame conscript.
Okay. So this guy is going to be pinned. Just get your heads up. This is set up to range. Can the conscript shoot out of the jeep? They can shoot out of the jeep, right? The flame scouts.
Yes, they can.
So they're going to be doing 3 damage, if I'm correct, right?
And infantry damage too. Yes. 3 damage exactly. Yes.
So my MG is going to be dead. I guess I could try retreating him, but that's not going to help. There we go.
Oh, over.
Yep, this should be
Okay.
like that.
So damage phase.
Interesting.
I'm pinned right here.
Yes. Now, oh, that's right. You're not pinned.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pinned.
Yeah. But I wonder, because I know. I guess next turn you couldn't build, because I know if you're pinned you can't build, but you were not pinned. I guess when I moved there, that's right.
Yes, I was not pinned because I'm only pinned if I move within your arc, or if at the beginning of the damage phase. So I wasn't pinned yet. Okay, here you're running away.
Yep.
We'll put a flag.
Oh, it's not the other one.
So
I'll put the pin
I'm
in.
no longer in my
right.
my cars, but we can do assign damage. Okay, so you can lose a guy in your MG team because of my car.
Boom.
And then I will roll.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
And that's exactly why I get my guys out, because he would be dead.
Dang. That's 2 experience points and 1 victory point.
Yes. My mortar will shoot 1 shell, HE shell in your... I will roll
so
1 damage
damage
in your MG.
Yep.
And I will roll my 2 defense dice.
Oh! Oh! All right. So, capturing.
Yes, you should have 2 XP. Me 1.
Me have 2 XP? No, just 1.
Yes, 2. Yes. 2 for you, 1 for me.
Where's my second one from? I only killed 1 unit. The guy, right? Just 1.
Yes, but,
oh, XP. Yes.
XP. Yes.
I'm taking victory points. I'm sorry. I was confused. Like, wait a minute. Yes. Okay. Okay, and I did get the munitions here. Okay. So now I add up everything. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Boom. Is there any commanders that we are not like that are cheese for the Wehrmacht? Because I haven't really played commanders. I was just playing more of the units.
I do not know them. I cannot say.
I guess I know the one. There's a Stug one that's not good. They say it sucks.
Ready when you are.
I have to finish my upgrades. I chose a commander then. Oops. Hmm. Okay, just let you know, I put a range and sight upgrade on the MG and made him invisible, camouflaged.
You took the Jagger one.
Oh yes, Jagger, yeah, infantry doctor.
Okay.
Um,
So
other than
to
that,
spot you, I need to be next to you.
I think yes, I think that's the rule.
Yes, that's how it works. Yes.
Okay. Okay, there it is. Let me check. Let me fix my speed die. Okay, I think other than that, I am ready.
1, 2, 3.
You cannot move. You're pinned.
And move, but I will become pinned when I move. Because how the pin works is that you only begin to be pinned when you move within the pin arc, or you start the damage phase in the pin arc.
Well, the thing was, you already pinned, weren't you?
Oh no, you're right. I was pinned. You're right.
Yeah.
My mistake.
I mean, if I'm doing it wrong, please let me know.
No. You're right. You're right. I was pinned. Okay, so we can start the damage.
So I guess just here and here.
Yes.
Interesting. And I'm gonna take one for the flame.
Yes, and one
AR.
anti-infantry. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have cover here?
No, I don't think you do because of that.
Okay.
I think it's the same thing like at the cathedral. Remember when you said if you're shooting through like that, the cover doesn't count? Remember how cathedral? Oh my god!
That's not my night.
Dude, alright, you gotta do damage to me though, because you can hit my cathedral. This thing.
Yes, I do 1 damage with the flame, and then
Yep.
you have a anti-infantry roll.
Come on, baby. Whoa! 2 damage. So both get an experience point. This guy does heal. This gets removed.
Then we have a capping phase.
Yep, I got a victory point. Command a victory point there.
Okay. Take your gas.
Yep.
Forgot to do something. Your MG on my
Oh
guys
yeah.
here.
If you get 2 reds, that would be crazy.
No. I'm not lucky, but I'm not that unlucky. Okay.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm ready.
I think there's a problem. You spent 10 munition since the beginning of the game, and it's impossible that you add 10 munition. No,
10.
you started with 4.
Yes.
You gained 1.
Yes.
Then you gained 2. Then you gained 2 at 9.
Yes.
You spent Jagger at 4 munition, and you bought twice 3 for the rocket launcher. So you spent 10 munition, but it's impossible that you
4,
add 10 since the beginning of the
5,
game.
6, 7, 8. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I think you're right. Let me see. Yeah, because that's 3 points. 3, 6.
4 for the Jagger upgrade with the commander.
Yep, and that's 10. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only round 3. Well, this would be round 4 technically. 1, 2. Yeah, so I should have 8. You're right.
Yes. So you should have 1 munition and 1 rocket launcher.
That's right. This one should not be here. This right here. How did I add 1, 2? Interesting. No, but you're definitely right. The math doesn't add up. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did.
The mistake.
I did the mistake.
I'm sure the mistake is that you forgot to spend the 4 munition when you went the camouflage upgrade.
You know what it is? Sometimes when I see
Yes.
this, I think I think this is 1 sometimes, so I go 3 or 2 sometimes.
Okay.
This should be 0. But yeah, you're definitely right. Now munitions. I should almost have double check my munition quick too. So I build 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Well, 4 are free, so 5, 6. We got 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 munitions total spent. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because I got that 3. That's 3 manpower, 4 manpower, 3 and 4, 7, and 5 manpower. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Start off 4, and we got 2. Actually, no, we got 3 technically. And then I got another 3.
Not 3 because we moved the manpower at the right spot, so you had only
3 still.
1.
Oh yeah, well 1
3,
plus
yes,
the 2.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You had an income of 3. You're right.
So
yes.
7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. 13. And this is the start of round 4 technically.
Yes.
13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16. That's right. And 12, 16. And I spent 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15. Oh, and then the upgrade. 16. Yep, that's fine. Yep, manpower's good. That's right. The ones right here. Okay. Yeah, it's just munitions. Okay. But other than that, I am still ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, come on, there we go. Is that T70 front arc only? No, it's not. Okay. And then I'm using the speed die here for 3. Should be 6 here. And then the MG is going to retreat, so I gotta put a retreat one on it. Okay, I think that's everything.
Proceed to damage.
I don't think
cubes.
Oh, I guess you did get to shoot at me there. And I get to shoot you there. Interesting.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that does nothing. That's right, because you're a tank.
Then you shoot one in my front facing.
Yep.
Then I will shoot one tank, one AI, and 2 HE.
Oh, you got the upgrade. Very nice.
Yes. HE damage 10 hates me. I really roll bad at it. I hope it will be my change of luck. Okay, so I have 2 dice for your AP damage. Ooh, okay, saved. My dice make me nervous this game.
Yep, 2
I
HEs.
will roll 2 HEs. Okay, so we have 3 that you cannot defend against, but you got 3 different dice. Okay, so you have dice against that because of the building, dice against that because of the building, dice because of your different dice, and you have this defense. So you just roll the normal 4, and red means a wound.
Well, you did. Do I roll the tank one here?
Yeah, no, because you have normal defense for the tank.
Right.
And then I made.
Oh, okay, same. Yeah. So I roll 4.
Defense, but you have 3 defense dice. So yes.
Yeah,
4,
I see. Makes sense.
Just do not roll red. For you, for me, I wish that you will.
Like that, right there, right?
Yes, exactly.
Shit.
Oh,
Damn. Nice. 2 damage. Very nice.
Okay, and here I do to you 2 damage instantly,
Yep.
and you have 2 AP damage.
Ooh, safe.
Okay, and I have 2 different dice
Yep.
against.
Nice.
Okay, saved. So I make 1 victory point.
Mm-hmm.
Can you raise dice?
Raise dice, raise dice.
You raise the extra dice on the board.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, and we are in the cap phase. You cap those additional manpower.
Yep. And that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we can get resources.
So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1 munitions, and 1 victory point. Okay. Now this guy heals.
7, 6.
Okay.
This web. Okay, it's still running away. This MG team in the back with the camouflage.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
What is this? It is. I have four different dice here. Here we go. What to build? What to build?
When you are.
I'm still. I think that's it. So yeah.
Okay. 1. Okay, I will put the clock. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Just to make sure that I can pack and retreat because I will go out of your
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree.
Mortar move twice or 3 times?
It's 1, 2, and then this MG set up here.
Okay, the mortar can still set up.
Yes, it has not set up yet. Mortar is set up. Ooh, that's a good question. If my guy retreats to base, does he heal for 1?
Yes, at the end of the turn, yes.
And he does not fix anything, does he?
No, because it will still be in retreat.
Okay, so...
No, excuse me, retreat during the sublife phase.
Yeah. Will he be able to fix my MG?
He cannot fix an MG, it's an infantry.
I mean, no, it's not an MG,
I do not for you, but I'm done.
Speed die, that was my speed die there. I moved it, but I was trying to use my speed die. So that was just a speed die in place. Other than that, I think that's it.
Okay, damage phase.
Very intense round right there.
Yes.
I don't think anybody sees anyone.
No, I see you because I run in the cathedral, so we see each other.
But we need 3 sight, don't you? This is only
2 sight.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yep. So get removed.
So I'm gonna roll my
Defense
damage here.
Yep. Ah!
Just my luck. It's just really.
Holy shit!
I will roll your my HE damage.
Come
here.
on, man.
Okay, you can roll your defense die here.
I get 2 defense dice if I'm correct. Oh no, just one, just one.
Just one.
Yeah. Oh my word. Oh, damage. So you get an XP there too.
Both get 1 XP.
Wow. Yep.
Okay.
So I capture.
I uncapped your manpower here.
Yep. And I got a victory point. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Because this guy's here, when does he heals right away, right now, because he's here at the supply phase, right?
Yes, I will check in the rule book when the retreat is over.
Because then does this guy get +1 health because he's also next to him? Because I know during the supply phase is when you heal up if they're on your retreat point, which he's here now because I was 1, 2, 3. He just. But does my?
I would say the retreat flag would be removed last.
During the supply phase.
At the end of the supply phase.
Okay, so he cannot repair.
Yeah, but then the question is, so if he makes it back in one turn, he can't heal either on the same turn that he made it back?
No, because that's different. Because so the healing comes from the retreat point.
Right.
Reinforce and retreat point.
Okay.
Whereas him repairing means like when you're under retreat, you don't get to do any, any of that unit doesn't interact, doesn't give any other units anything.
Okay. So he does heal, but he doesn't repair.
That would be my understanding.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So what are you guys trying to show here? How bad the Germans need AP damage?
No, we're just
T-34 rush.
No, it's not bad. We're just learning around. I'm just playing around, learning. I'm still trying to figure them out. I chose a different commander. I went with the commander where you go invisible.
Infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the strongest one, but I don't mind if other people play him, but I don't know. It's very munitions heavy, so it's very strong if you can pull it off. But the problem is they don't really have the infantry that do base damage, so they don't have. Where are you going to spend your munitions? Elsewhere, damage for something. But it is nice to keep one guy alive here and there. It's unfortunate you had to retreat your machine gun.
Yeah. That sucked. But, I mean, it's kind of a learning process, so I'm trying to see what I can put on where. Your conscripts have a speed die.
They can. One.
Interesting.
Nobody usually does it, but you can get the health upgrade. Become pretty potent units.
Okay, I think I am ready then.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yep. Now, this guy heal up if he stays at base point?
Yes.
Okay. Dang it. Whatever. What's going on here? Two health there, yep. And I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Nah, be careful. I'm letting you know, hold on. Before this guy has 3 sights, so you are pinned here. Just
Okay.
just letting you know.
Okay, damage phase.
Yes.
Yes, but okay.
See what I mean? Because he's 1, 2, 3. So your guy's pinned. He can't
Yes.
shoot now.
Yes.
Damage phase. Okay. There's gonna be a lot happening here. It's gonna be fun. It's just a matter of dice roll today, I'm guessing.
I think that's it.
I think you're right. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll this one.
Yep.
Gonna be pretty important for the
Yes, it is.
full follow. It's just ridiculous.
Dude,
It's
you
so
rolled
unlike
4
this
reds.
game.
4 reds in a
Yes.
row. Oh my goodness.
Okay, you can roll this AI, and maybe I will kill your 222.
You know I paid Brian $100 to fix it. To cheat.
Okay, so you get 1. You're at 1,
Yep.
and then air. Okay, so I lose 1 guy.
Yep.
So you get 2 XP, I get 1.
Yep.
Then we are at cap phase. I cap 2 victory points. You lose your victory points.
Yep. And I did get a munitions. A manpower.
Yes, you take 1 manpower. Yes.
And I did get 1 for killing your AT gun.
Yes.
Oh, I still have 1 victory point. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so I go.
But
2
you
then.
won't have VP income because I took your point.
What
Sorry.
about this one?
No, sorry. You have this one. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Dude, that was a crazy loss. All right. Oh, this guy then heals. To full. At base. That's gonna be such an uphill battle. Wow. What to do? What to do? 2 experience points, 5 munitions. I'm having some tough decisions to make here. Oh wow. Okay, what do we have left to do here? I don't want to give him speed dice. I could give this guy defense dice. Sight. Panzer Grenadiers can get third sight. Let's do that. Okay. And 1 XP left. And this can be round 4 or 5. This is round 5, I think, right now.
Yes. 5 or 6.
Only
I'm not sure.
5?
Yeah,
This has got to be 6.
I think it's 6.
maybe 6. We haven't kept track of this at all. No bueno. We have not been good at all. 1 experience point. What do I spend it on? Do I give my 2/2 an extra shield? I don't think so. Things are about to be dead any minute. There it is. Okay. Do I bring out another Panzer Grenadiers? Okay, I think that's it for me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Wait a minute. Don't you gotta put the cubes down first?
It's a retreat.
He's retreating.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Because I was about to drop my cube there. I was like, where's the cubes at? I was so confused. Oh. Oh, what? They can't do that. That's too many moves. That's illegal. I did 4 moves on him. Boy, this is a tough one. Oh, they have 3 health to start. Dang. I thought the T-70s had...
Over.
Oh, it's
over.
T-34. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Yes.
I thought it was-
Okay, so we can recall cubes.
Mhm.
Okay, and then start the damage phase. So I'm pretty sure that you will kill my infantry here.
Hold on. Let me see if I have the
Uh,
same targets, because I might hit your T-30. Yeah, it has to be same target, doesn't it?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, because you have a decision to make. If you miss with your mortar, my team will probably survive. My running team.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. I am going to shoot them with the mortar, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to shoot them with the mortar, and then I'm going to do this into here. So, which is just going to be 1 armor piercing.
Yeah, I will put my damage 2 here and 2 anti-infantry because I can split with a tank on your
On the T-34.
mortar. 1, 2, 3. This lacks 1 range, and I think it's all for the damage this round. So you can roll the HE here.
All right.
3 damage.
Come on, hamster. No.
Oh. Okay. Well, at last, some luck for me. Okay. I'm gonna kill your 222 with my T-34.
Yep.
So it's 1 VP and 2 experience for now. And then I will do 2 anti-infantry damage on your mortar team, so you will lose 2 guy.
Yep.
And I will lose 1 because you were not in my frontal arc.
Yep.
And I think that's the turn.
I think that is it, yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
We can do the supply.
Okay, I think nothing changed for me. And I did no damage to you this turn. Interesting.
No, you did the 1 damage to
Oh,
my
yeah. Ooh.
T-34.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
So... Did I take the experience cube? Right, did I take the... I don't... 1, 2, 3, 4.
I wasn't watching.
No, I used 1 last turn. I think I kept the 1. That's right, I kept it because I wasn't going to put it on that 2-2-2. Yep. Okay. Now this is gone. This thing is packed up. And what do we do here? I need fuel. You already have T-34s out. I mean, this game is coming to a close, man.
Yes. It's it's not like Brian said. I didn't rush T-34 to prove anything. It was a strat to get the fuel fast.
Yep.
Because the Soviet tanks are pretty cheap.
Yeah, I think the Soviets just have so many very strong options. So yeah, I was playing a U.S. versus Wehrmacht. Guy just taught the game and he beat me. Pretty good game. Just throwing out another heavy vehicle.
Yeah, it's a. I don't know. It's gonna be really tough to counter right now. How much victory points do you have? I have 6. 6 and 5.
It's only got 5, but you have like literally no AP damage. So.
Yeah, as right now, no, I don't. I mean, I got a second one on here, but
Well, with my legendary bad luck in this game, maybe you can do a miracle.
yeah, I still have enough AP. I mean, this map you only start with 1 munitions, and it's like really tough. You almost need to have at least 2 coming in. Because 1 coming in is like, it's never enough. It almost takes 1, 2, 3. It takes 3 rounds just to get 2 anti-armor piercing on the Panzer Grenadiers. 3 rounds. And that's if I don't put on anything else, if I'm only getting 2 a round. When you can get a anti-tank gun out in... Where's your anti-tank gun? Every round, pretty much.
Yeah, I played with my version 3, and yeah, he went a Panzer Grenadier, and I have to say, I think they're in a good spot in my version. So.
Okay, well, I have to spend munitions manpower because I'm capped out, and if I don't, it's not going to benefit me. So that is where we're at right there. Can HE penetrate? Yes, it can. Okay. Alright, I think I'm ready to go from here.
Soon for me. Well, okay. I'll put the clock at 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hmm. this should be here. That's it for me.
Okay. So we can recall.
Yep.
Okay, so I think your teams are not deployed, so it's HE
Yeah.
damage on my.
The only thing
my
deployed
tank.
is that right there. This should be.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to.
Taxes tomorrow.
I think I'm going to actually hit your infantry squad there. But then the chance of it dying is so much less. No, we'll hit your tank. We'll hit your tank. You're right. And that's going to be one of these. And I got an HE, don't forget.
I will roll the
Yep.
AP first. It's okay, and then you can roll your HE. It's 1 damage. It's okay.
Nice.
Okay, I do not do any damage. We both do no damage, so we can skip and go immediately to cap phase. I uncap your victory point here.
Okay.
So I think it's the only cap this turn. We can get our resources.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if there's only if the Germans only getting 2 munitions around, it's extremely difficult to play as them.
Yes, that well, that's I think that what some players says about the Panzer Grenadier right now, they are very situational because if you have new munition, you're in trouble.
Right, because I was always playing with maps with 3-4 munitions. Here it's like there's no way I'll get that munitions there. Do you know what I mean? It's just such a.
Yes, now I understand.
And in that case, they're going to be. I mean, you're literally. Yeah, and it's only anti-tank gun. I do see what Brian's saying. When slow munitions, they're very difficult to fight against or to use.
Yes. I think the solution would be to make them start with 1 AP to counter light vehicles, and then allow them to upgrade to get further maybe 2 AP. But not 3-3, maybe 2-3 to allow them to get to 2 AP faster, and then. But the Panzer Grenadier needs something.
Yeah, I do see what Brian's saying now.
I flat out AI, AP, and a wrench, and make its shield upgrade cost 2 XP, and that's I think the way to balance it. And then its second AP is 4 munitions. I don't see any other way to make it viable. The issue is it needs to be able to fight, and you shouldn't have to get Jaeger infantry for them to be able to fight. They need to be able to build sandbags and fight. They're way too slow. Like they don't have range. They don't have anything. Like you can't use them. Like I know they have 5 health, but you can't. If you can't build sandbags with them, you really can't use them against tanks. Like you're just.
If you need absolutely one commander to play them, it's something is not right.
Right.
Well, yeah. On top of that, it's not just one commander. The issue is really just how strong camo is. It's really more of a.
Well, the thing is
even worse than that.
Yeah, and it's like if you only like on this map here, the Wehrmacht won't have. It's gonna be extremely I mean, you don't even have to take the fuel, man. You could just take the munitions, and it's already late game. But taking the fuel is also the same thing. I mean, it's a good tactic to take that away too.
Did you start with 1 MG, 1 Grenadier, or
2 MGs? But we are playing where it takes a command point to unpack and to pack.
Oh, you are playing that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even find that playable now anymore after playing the other way. I understand that it makes mortars not like they're still not unkillable because if you dive on them, they're probably just gonna have to retreat anyway.
Right.
So
Okay.
I don't see an issue.
I mean, my fault was this map is I didn't focus on the munition. That's what hurt me. I mean the fuel right there. I should have put more efforts
You
on the
get your
fuel here.
resource yet, Slava?
Yes, yeah, I already did.
Okay. Okay.
So that was
Yeah,
my
this is a
fault.
very hard map to play. I've played it like 4 or 5 times and it's still. I'm not a fan of the low munitions. Them in the corner. Just not. I agree with that. I don't care for that.
Yeah, I think what it is I mean, my thought was it's yeah, the focus on this munitions. I should have focused on the fuel here. I didn't really care too much for the fuel there. But yeah, that's so. All right, I'm ready then for. I got to build some stuff because I'm maxed out on manpower. But there's nothing AP now. Okay, I don't even think I'm gonna build anything. I think this is it right here.
For me.
You're not gonna make a Panzer Grenadier with its massive 1 AI damage to help against those tanks.
And that's nothing. I also always had a question about the map of population max limit, and they said there's none. Because this will happen naturally, and always progression. You're gonna have just units.
Is there a model limit with ET34? We are capped at 2.
I don't know. There is no cap.
No cap.
Yeah, which is from what I understand, there was never a cap for any units. But the thought is this, and this is where it makes. Once you get a steamroll like this, which what you have, it's just like, it's very hard because for me to come here, you need to do nothing. But it makes sense because you did a great job offensively, controlling it. But when you fall back, coming up is like I have to come here without any movement, and it's beautiful, man.
I think one thing to do that would be nice is maybe increase retreat by 4x's because right now the unit retreats so slowly that when you retreat, you basically do not see them again in the game.
Right. Right, exactly. I see what you're saying. That might be a good point. It might be better. And another thing for 4 retreat is if there's a unit next to you, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can almost get out of sight also. Like that case there where you were there. If you went 1, 2, 3, 4, that 1 extra hex is all it took for you to get out of sight.
Yeah.
I think that might be a viable option, viable thought. I mean, all you gotta do, hamster, is honestly just build mortars non-stop and just start basing them everywhere behind you. And it's gonna be really difficult to come back. You have 2 T-30.
He doesn't need mortars. He's got SU-76s. They're way better than mortars.
Are they?
They do 3 HE and they're only. Chris was on crack, dude. 2 manpower, 2 fuel for 3 HE.
Wow. Yeah, just build. I would just build these out. There was 3 sight. I mean 3 range and a sight.
Yeah, they were the original faction that I saw. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's this, bro.
That is incredible. Wow. And that's what a playtest. I think for the Wermacht, you have to play a map where there's at least the possibility of having 3 munitions every turn. They have to be that way.
I think to be able to play Wehrmacht, you need to have fuel on the map. 2 is not enough to even play Wehrmacht. So their tier 3 is just way too fuel heavy. So the only way to play them on a low fuel map is like Stug Cheese or something. I don't see any other way. I currently in the shipped version don't see any other way to play them besides Stug, to be honest. The one commander I did want to try, the one I was mentioning, is the one that does the AP emplacement.
Okay, and
I'm ready when you are.
I am ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
Did this tank heal?
Yes. I bought the HP upgrade.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oops, I should do Q. Hold on, let me do that cube by cube. See, I'm gonna lose that guy. Because you have your turrets turn, don't they? That's right.
Not his AI damage.
That is AI. Okay, so maybe there's hope.
But he did just move up his SU-76, so that guy's dead.
Gotcha. There's a cluster happening here, man.
Oh, okay, it's over. Okay. I will let you do your damage first, then I will do mine.
Okay. What do we have here? Well, that was useless. That's not set up. I think that's it. Oh wait, MG.
Okay.
Hold on. If the MG, I might just actually do this. Curse. Let's do that. It's gonna be an HE. That's it.
Okay. So 1 HE on that. Okay, you can roll your HE result on my T34.
Yep.
Okay, so no result.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll my 2 defenses.
Yep.
With that SU-76. It's okay. And then I have 1 dice here because of the yellow cover.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you get 1 victory point and 2 XP. Then I will deal my damage.
Yep.
So I want to get rid of that. So 2 AI damage. There will be with the MG on that T34.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will do 3 HE damage here with my 76.
Mm-hmm.
Then 1 AI with the infantry in the building. That tank cannot shoot anything. No, it can shoot the mortar or the MG team. I will call for the MG team. this has shot. This one has not shot yet. I think I want your Panzer Grenadier dead.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay. So that one and it's not shot its turret. It's shot 2 AI here and will shot 2 AP on your MG.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing adjacent to the MG. It's got camo,
Oh, it got camo. Yes, you're right.
so you can do the Grenadier.
Grenadier instead. Yes. Okay. Okay. So here, if I do not roll 2 reds, I will kill the unit. So the unit is dead.
One
green and 1 3.
Yep.
So the MG here is dead. So that's 1 here. Then I will roll the HE on your Panzer Grenadier team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's that's sufficient. That bad roll is sufficient because I have 2 AI and you have 1 defense, and I have 3 damage, so you cannot block it.
Right.
So it's dead also. And then I will roll my 2 A. You can roll the 2 AP damage on the Grenadier team here.
Right. Here we go.
It's okay. So I make 2 VP. And 2, I killed 2 units.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 XP in total. And I think it's the turn, so we're at capping phase. I think that nothing caps.
Yep. I did not take anything. So
We are at taking our resources.
1, 2, 1. Just not enough. Just not enough. I don't see a way out of this one, Hamster.
Oh, I'm at 13 points and I get
Yeah.
all the 3 VP, so we can stop it right here if you want.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean I do see Brian's point when you play for low munitions map. It's just so difficult, so difficult.
Yes, and I think that's what Brian was saying, and that's what I was saying too when we spoke first about that unit. The first time about that unit, it's so situational. If the map does not give you munition, or your opponent control the munition, you're dead. You cannot do anything. All the other faction have manpower, AP, anti-IP unit.
Yep.
They have gun, racket and warfare. And here you are so you're so dependent on munition to get your EP.
Yeah, it's almost like munition and commander dependent at that point because you're almost stuck going for commander that's going to help you out.
And your tank costs a lot of fuel to go to your tank, and when you look at their tank, they're not so impressive. The Panzer IV only deals 2 AP, so the solution for to kill enemy armor is not even in your tier 3. It seems to me that Wehrmacht has a big problem against armored unit.
I think. Yeah. I think next time I play, if I was to do this map again, you almost have to play with the tank destroyer doctrine, and you have to use that more than anything to help.
I wanted to try getting a pack 43, one of these two. I think this is way too expensive for 4 munitions, but still, in my version I made it 2 munitions, and I tried it out earlier, and it felt good at 2 munitions, but 4 is definitely too expensive for it. For just
Yeah.
one AI, it does pin, but it's like a permanently set MG, so it's not a 360 degree. You have to set its direction. So I wanted to try. I really wanted to try that one though, because I really wanted to try hull down. But the problem is, even with hull down, like, what are you going to do with it? It's a weird situation because, I mean, you could put a 222 in it,
That's
like
what I was thinking.
that
My thought of
that
that
has
was,
one AP. Like, it just doesn't help you that much. They don't have. They still don't have that solution. Like, everyone knows, like, once you play the game, that you just go heavy vehicles against Wehrmacht, and they literally, you're just gonna overrun them. I mean, that's it.
yeah, it almost
That,
seems
that's
like,
exactly what happened here.
yep. I mean, I do gotta give myself fault because I did not control that munitions, and that would help at least get one tank out, maybe two turns ago. But even if one tank, I mean, it still would have been how much expensive are your tanks?
They're cheap. It's ridiculous.
Two munitions.
My 2 munition and 2 gas for the Su-76.
Wow.
Yes, okay, it's squishy, but still, it's a tank. So if you put your front armor, you have high chance of surviving.
Right. Exactly. Because you have the front armor.
And the T-34 is dirt cheap. You can spawn one per turn.
Out of all of the faction boards that I tried to buff and adjust, the one I did the least to was that Soviet Tier 3. It is just that rock solid. The only thing I did was make the Su-76 one-man power 4 fuel. I did, in turn, lower the munition costs from 4 down to 2. I lowered most munition costs down across the board, but that was really it. Everything else, because look at all their tanks. The T-34, just solid all-around cheap tank. It
Right.
really doesn't need any adjustments.
And you
The
get a +1 health.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That can also get +1 health. Both of their tanks can spot for their 3 range. Like, they have no holes. Like, their vehicles are just that solid.
Alright, it's only 2 munitions. That's insane, dude.
Well, I will say this. I did keep its AP upgrade for 4 AP at 2 XP, which at least does something.
Right, because you guarantee
bit,
2
but-
damage every time you smack a tank, pretty much.
So, yeah, I mean, they are the only faction that you can literally go any units. They're definitely the best top to bottom.
Yeah, I'm almost.
These conscript, you can just spam them. 3 manpower is so low.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. That's why I gave both US and Wehrmacht, a tier 2, 3 manpower unit. And I really don't even think it's an issue. So, I don't know. But, yeah. I'm happy I got my physical components today. Played it online with a buddy. Who I taught him first game, and he played Wehrmacht, and he beat me. So, it was pretty fun. Triple overtime.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think that those 2 commanders, which you're gonna have to go with.
Yeah,
And it's only when you play a map like this where you really see it. It's like, wait a minute, because I can't put that. Because normally, if you're getting 3 munitions in, you're putting AP armor piercing on your MGs. Do you have double armor piercing on Panzers? Here, to even get double armor piercing, it takes like what I say, 3 rounds just to get this thing to have 2 armor piercing.
My argument for why this one's better, the Tank Destroyer Doctrine, is because you can actually cheese it now. And what I mean by that is, I think the way to play Wehrmacht is actually to go Grenadiers and Mortar teams. Pretty much no matter what. And you really don't want to get any upgrades on your Mortar teams. And you just want to get the HE on the Grenadier. And you really just want to, whenever you're fighting vehicles, you really want to mark them. So they lose defense dice. You get the pack. You get the Jag Panther. Like, I just don't see. I think that's the only way.
Yeah, it's really
consistently.
It's a solid commander right here.
Losing defense dice means that you lose your flat defense dice, or that you lose all defenses.
You lose all defense dice.
Front and everything, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose against HE, AP, everything. Like even light vehicles against AI, you would lose.
This is crazy
So
because if you really think about it, if you have 5 munitions, you put the dice out, you give 1 hex, and all the adjacent hexes have visibility for your team. Then your pack's got the 3 range, and the tank's gonna be in that 3 range. And when do you place it down? You can place it down any time. Place down at the end of maneuver phase, like I am just dropping this here. Boom, boom, bada bing.
which one?
Recon plane
Yeah, you place it during the damage phase. Yeah,
during the damage phase.
that's my understanding of it. Yeah.
I thought it'd be placed during the recon phase. Jeez. I'm not recon during the maneuver phase. Like you can do it before or after.
I think how to balance those abilities would be to make it at the beginning of the maneuver phase. But I don't know. It's one of those hit or miss abilities because spotting is very strong, but it's only strong if you have like mass mortars and stuff. So I
What?
don't know. I
You gonna need it for the Jag Panther call in. Jeez Louise, 4 range.
Yeah, they kind of need that or the Tiger to even compete. And the issue is, then again, you're not going to be able to get many of them because they're so expensive. So even after you get your call in, you're probably going to have one of that and one Panzer IV. I mean, that's really the only option. So I don't know.
Yeah, Hamster, you played beautifully. You played the Soviets very well, man.
Yes, I spammed the conscript to cap a lot. I took the speed dice because I had so many units on the board that I need to move them without spending cubes.
Right.
And when I saw that you send an MG alone at the fuel point, and that I had my truck, my transport truck there, I was hesitating between moving on the church and flank your MG or go straight to the fuel. But when I realized that I would control the 2 fuel points, I jumped on the occasion.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Maybe I took that munition spot. I was thinking maybe put that map additional munition there, so you have 2 munition point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of both spawn. That maybe would give a little more munition and give the Wehrmacht a chance.
Yeah, you almost have to have that, man. I think 3 munitions have to be standard on each map. I mean, look, there's 4 manpower here on this map.
Yes.
I personally feel there needs to be at least 3 of every resource.
Right. Because there's yeah.
Two of any one particular resource, it just ruins the game. Because there's only so many options in the game, but like one thing with low fuel, okay, you just typically get more time for infantry. But even then, did you guys start with the 2 fuel as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I personally feel there should be 4 fuel. I'll play 3, but I would always prefer 4 fuel.
Yeah, I think 4 minimum, at least minimum of 3, but yeah, 4 is wonderful. Because 3 can max out.
Especially with, in my opinion, starting with the 2 fuel at the beginning of the game. It's the only way to make people, like I said, the Wehrmacht and like OKW, who have expensive fuel vehicles, competitive. Because it kind of becomes an issue, kind of like you saw there with Hamster, where, yeah, he can get out a lot of T-34s, but he's not going to have all the CP to move them all. You know what I mean? So you have to, do you rush it across the map, or do you do a slow crawl, like kind of like he was doing a little bit? You have this issue where, it kind of becomes that front line situation. So
Yeah, but honestly,
yeah,
I think what he did was smart. You don't even need to rush. You just put him out in the front line and then just let him sit there. Like this bad boy right here sat all day.
Well, yeah, I'm saying in the middle of the map. It's kind of what I mean. Like you get him across, halfway across, and then you just keep making more, and you get him There was no, especially with him controlling 3 victory points. There's no reason for him to go anywhere. Like honestly, he shouldn't even be attacking you. I mean,
Yes, I had emergent. I was not in emergency. I had the 3 victory points, so I
Yep.
just could sit there.
Yep.
He could be sitting there with this, like SU, like all this stuff, just pointing at victory points, and then back up a bit. Like literally, like you could sit there and just do like this all day, just back up, and that's all you need to do. Like once you capture it, the other opponent has to put an infantry unit back on it, and that guy's just dead. I mean, it is what it is, but you don't even have to play that aggressive.
Right. No, I'm really happy I got to play this game on a low field map because it really changed my perspective a lot in the Wehrmacht.
That's kind of what I was trying to tell you, man. It's hard to tell, and then different, from telling and different from experiencing it, obviously. But
Well, I must play on your maps where I got like 4 fuel. I'm like, well, it's not that bad. I can just drop a 8 AP every shirt on this bad boy.
yeah,
In a map like Stalingrad with all the resources, maybe it could be better chances for the Wehrmacht to win. But this one is just 2 munition and 2 fuel. I think Soviet had an advantage because of the low cost of my unit.
well, that's also my argument is that I don't feel like Soviets are at a disadvantage when there's a lot of resources on the map. In my opinion, like Soviets are just that good all around.
Well, I can see where the disadvantage comes in. It's at some point if you have enough fuel for both teams, the Soviet player will not have enough command points to move his units around because he'll have to fight cheap versus strong. So he'll always be disadvantaged at some point, which will cause the other team to pick up command points from just killing them off.
I see what you're trying to say, but then again, it's not like you have to move that far to get to most victory
Right.
points. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Good
not
point.
like he has to get across the map. It's not like you have a victory point here. Like it's just not that. It's just not that way. So, like, I personally feel like where the munitions are, that should be a munition and a victory point. Like I prefer this. This is what I want this map to be. Like this. I want there to be 5 victory points and then play to 18 or 21. That's more interesting to me.
It's very interesting. Well, let me make some notes about this game. I got to write down the outcome of the game. Whoops.
And like you said, I have no obligation to be that aggressive because I could just sit there. But on the other hand, I saw that Slava had no AP damage, so I just rushed in.
Well, of course.
Did the right thing, man.
Obviously, you're gonna do that if that's the situation. I'm just saying, either way has the same result. You know what I mean? That's all I was trying to say. That you don't even have to. You could be like, I'm spending 0 CP. Okay, I'm done. Like once the timer starts, I'm done. Like, and there's nothing he can do. Like, there's just nothing. Like literally, if you let him capture his fuel bag, it would have changed nothing. It would literally change nothing. Like how is one Panzer IV being able to fight 3 T-34s and this Su-76 and now a Su-85? I mean, it can't. One tank can't fight 6 tanks. I mean, it's just silliness.
No, you guys are absolutely right. I'm updating this really quick.
I know people don't like when I surrender early, but I couldn't. I couldn't wait till. I don't know. I know people don't like that, but if it's over, I call it over. No, it's like that's just my mentality. And yeah, that was.
Okay, that was round 8.
Interesting to see because I don't actually like this map from either side. Oddly enough, I played it from both sides. And every time I play the side that Slava played on, if the opposing team's able to come and get this fuel, this team's in a world of hurt. And this team doesn't really have any advantages to make up for it, I feel. So I personally feel like, I don't know if I've said this to you guys before, but I feel like if this was here, that makes the map more balanced, at least somewhat. because that makes this actually in play. Where it being here is really, it's literally at their spawn, so it's not really in play. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it just isn't.
Right,
Because I
because of the
feel this
movement.
side has an advantage on this side of the map. This side has an advantage over here. So it becomes like a 2 victory point versus more resources point, in my opinion. If this is here, this player has an advantage of trying to come from this side and push out. Where this player, I almost think you just yield the cathedral. I don't even know if you send a unit over here. I think you just kind of form a line like this and then push for that, manpower with this setup. But having it 2 squares back, it just becomes, it's not really in play there. It's just very, very hard. Obviously, this fuel is so safe. Very hard to make that fuel competitive, where this fuel is competitive. So I've just played this map so much, I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
It's tough.
But you know what? The RTS went really smoothly between us, man. That was really smooth. Just
Yes, the RTS works so
very
well.
smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a big fan of the RTS. I just think I would prefer it even more in person.
So far, the Wehrmacht have never won a single game yet. The Americans have won one. The Soviets have won two. The OKW have lost every game that was played, and the British have won one so far.
The OKW is, for my little experience with them, they're a very strong early game, and then they tend to struggle mid and late game because it's so expensive for them to get their tier 3 unit, and the Rakuten warfare costs a lot of munition to be efficient. So as soon as American or Russian player get their tier 3 tank, you're in trouble.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense.
The most disappointing unit for me is the Panther. 2 and 6 gas for a tank that deals only 2 AP damage. You basically pay a lot of resources for a lot of HP, but still it's only one unit.
Nah, that's why I tweaked that. That's why I changed that unit so much. I wanted that unit to be a lot more playable. Because it's tough with those expensive units.
They can have a speed dice, but still they only deal 2 AP damage.
Yeah, I don't think they need a speed die, but I rather them do damage and have range.
Yeah, because if I actually look at this, if I look at this map we just played, I think it was round 8. Definitely round, I think we're started around 8 right there. I still would not be able to get a tier 3 tank out for another 1-2 rounds.
Yes, and
so
still
round 10.
Yes, it's still the tank that would get out is a Panzer IV, which is not a very, very, very strong tank.
Right. It's so interesting. So the fallback, you can't the tier 3 of Wehrmacht isn't even possible with this little fuel if you try to defend against light vehicles.
Well, you can take the commander that allows you to have a discount of 2 fuel.
Right,
but for your 3 tier 2 building, but still it's
that
not.
Commander is so bad though. Like,
yes,
if you look at that commander, like it doesn't make any sense, because to make this remotely viable, you really need the Sturmpanzer here, because like you have these 2 abilities, but you can't afford a tank for another few more rounds. And then what's going to give you this experience? Like it's so insanely bad. Like, your best bet is rushing an Ostwind and trying to pick up some infantry kills or something. Like, and even then, those I don't know. Those abilities sound good on paper, but like if you're tank rushing, those tanks aren't probably gonna need smoke. It's gonna be your infantry that's gonna need smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And another thing is, Brian, to make note of, when we played this game, we did play with that. If you have an MG unit, you have to spend 1 cube to unpack, to pack it up.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
Yeah, and that was a huge. I mean, that's one less movement he has every turn, which is huge. So that
That's what I'm
was
saying. I don't even feel like that's playable with MGs. Like MGs still aren't that great, even without having to pay to pack up. And to pay to pack up, I don't even see how you can actually go them. Like just grenadiers are just so much better with just being able to build defenses. Like you have the power of sandbags is astronomical, and that MG teams not being able to do that really means they either need a grenadier to build sandbags for them, or you just hide them in a building, and that's only two options to play MGs in my opinion. Like you get a critical building, or you have to have a grenadier build sandbags for you, and that's it. I mean, they're just 3 health is way too vulnerable and way too easy to just get up on and in their face.
yeah.
So
What I'm gonna do is, I mean, I think, yeah, I'm making notes of the game and I'm gonna send it out to Chris. Every game I play, just notes of what we talked about and what changes we see. But yes, I do see the Warmock's flaws more with the what do you call it, reduction of fuel and munitions on the map.
well, I'll reiterate it, but I personally feel all munition costs, nearly all of them, should be lowered because I don't know. I'm just not a fan of these high munition costs where what it creates is, instead of creating options, what it creates is you have to pick the good ones, and you have to pick them every single game. There is not really any decision making when they're so high. Like to invest in the flame upgrade and mortar,
It's never
you're
gonna
only
happen.
ever you're only really ever doing that is to tag for damage, to get that flame to tag guaranteed damage and
Yep,
get the XP.
but that's so expensive, man. You're missing
And
out.
five munitions, you're so far behind by getting that. And then again, it doesn't solve their late game problem of once they get heavy vehicles, flames are useless. So
Right.
like it just
And it creates that weird situation where munition are more difficult to get than fuel.
I think munitions is more valuable than fuel. I really do. That's why I didn't go for the fuel here because I was so used to munitions being, especially for the British, the munitions is so important for them playing them. Because you're always gonna have the one fuel to build emplacements, but the munitions to give them the range and stuff was like I need that. I'm so used to the British. But yeah, you guys are definitely making all these notes here. All these notes.
yeah. If you're ready to try my version next, and then you can compare, at least give me feedback. Cause I'd love your guys' feedback on it.
Yeah.
If I address these issues or not, because I really do think, an overhaul for 1.5 of just costs of things can really make the game go a long way. Because I personally feel the 2 fuel start makes the game play a lot better, but it really shows even more. Like I think the 4 fuel was covering holes a little bit by people being able to get round 2, 222s and round 2 Greyhounds and stuff.
I see.
Where, because that's how you have to, like, that's how people were always playing it. And I would say, dude, there's no other way to play the game, and that was it. Like, you have to, like, Wehrmacht always had to get like 2 2 2 2s, and that's it. And then hold out after that. Use enough other units to try to hold out to get to your tier 3. And that's kind of the issue. So to me, the only solution really is to start with 2 fuel, but then have more fuel points on the map. Like I don't see any other way around it. It creates such a much better arc of, you start with infantry, you get some rounds of infantry, then you can choose to go light vehicles if you want, or you can choose to get your heavy tanks faster. Like I just don't see any other way to do it, because if you just skip the whole infantry part of the game, then it's like I only get infantry when I have extra manpower. Like that's it. I mean, there's not really any decision making there.
Yeah.
So
I know they're playing a 2v2 game tomorrow. I don't know if I'm in that game or not. I haven't a confirmation, but. Oof.
well, 3 o'clock, show up. I haven't seen anyone say anything, so it could be you and me against Marcel and Chris, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now,
We should
tough
both play as
game.
Warmock. just to show him the flaws.
No, no, dude, it was rough because were you there? Like I was literally picking on Chris because he started double MG. I'm like, dude, like can't do double MG. Like I was telling him a bit during the game, and Marcel's like, dude, don't tell him that. I'm like, don't say that stuff. I'm like, dude, it's the fact. Like you can't go to MG. And Chris admitted it like the next day. Because you just can't. You can't go. Double MG just doesn't work because you need sandbags or buildings, and that's it.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm a double MG starter because I'm always expecting that munitions and that sight to get me going. But the problem is, in this game, it did nothing. And then the setup, in this game especially, because I was used to playing, you move for one, unpack. Here, I had to unpack for one, then move for one, and that was it was a bigger hindrance.
I
But
think you can see now why I push for that because they're definitely not usable when you have to pay to pack up. They're just not.
yeah, it's a lot harder to use them. Yeah, for sure. I think if the way it's going now, I would just build one MG if it's to pay for pack up and then pay to move, and then build a grenadier in that sense. At that point, yeah, because the grenadier has a sight which you can use. But the problem with the grenadier is the reason why I always go to MGs is because I get the AP on the MGs, but the grenadiers don't have that. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like catch-22 because I'm like, well, that's my other AP unit. But you're right.
Yeah,
If it,
that's pretty sad when you're relying on your MG to be your AP.
oh man.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
I'm gonna have a friend of mine who plays class bar for me all the time. He's gonna try this game out. I've been praising it, and he's excited to try it. I told him sometime when he's free we should play it. So
No, I definitely am playing. I'm playing the Tank Destroyer tomorrow. Like I said, I'd like to play this one, but the problem is.
are you gonna play the Warmacht? If you do play?
Yeah, I'm playing the Wermacht. Yeah. Because this is the only one. So I'm telling you my strategy right now. You can start planning around it. Whoever
I should.
If you play OKW, but literally what I
No.
told you: go Grenadiers and Mortar teams. That's literally the only two units I'm gonna buy. And I'm going that. I mean that's my whole strategy is to get HE, get that upgrade, maybe get these, and then just get mortar teams, and that's it. And don't get their flame upgrade. And
Yeah,
my
but
goal is
you gonna get
to kind of rush tier 3. Don't use my fuel anywhere else.
You for sure they need to have 3 munitions coming in every single round.
You will in a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Almost always. It depends on the map, but I'm definitely gonna push for a map where we can get easy munitions. Cause yeah, that's kind of the point. Is get that. I have to tag for damage to really get the sight. Oddly enough, so I could tag further, get the tank doctrine, and then get the packs. And my goal is literally just get pack 43s, try to save 3 munitions every round. So anything comes in range of the pack 43, it's just dead.
Right,
You know
because
what I
you
mean?
just,
Like it's just,
that's
just
what's
mark it, it's dead.
so weird, man. Because like, they lose their defense dice, and your pack 43 does 3 anti-tank. You're literally killing what? You're gonna kill everything that the Russians have except the SU-70 85 in one hit, which is amazing.
Right, and then the whole point is just to get Jag Panthers. So like I said, just get the HE from here, and that's it. I mean, maybe if I would buy a Brumbar, and just get a Brumbar and then Jag Panther, and I think that's just the way to. I think that's the way to play him because again, with Mark you can get rid of defense dice against HE damage. So I think that's even with the nerfed HE. That's sadly the only way to play him right now. I think.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna be heading off to
So
bed. I got work tomorrow. I got a brisket to make tomorrow, and
start planning around that.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna look around.
Great game, Sava. Was
Dude,
fun.
it was one, man. I really appreciate that. Now, Mark, not Mark, Brian. For the supply operations, that's not for the teams. That's just for the
Yeah, just for you. That's the that's what my friend just went against me, and he took real good advantage of that supply operations for extra fuel. Like that's the only other way I think that they can be played. And the elephant's pretty good too. You know what I mean? So the elephant can help them with their AP issue. And then the free Kubel, like I think those are, to me these are the only two viable options right now. But either way, I would do the same strategy where my goal is to get a Kubel wagon on a fuel to get the extra fuel. Basically, they play very similar. I mean, obviously, this one, like I said, I get the one Kubel, maybe buy one extra, but again, you're giving up 2 fuel, so it's tough. The problem is this tier really sucks. The good thing about this one is it's very cheap. It is only 6, so it's a bit broken in that regard, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And the
6
only
for
difference, the only difference here is that this does 4 AP, which is nicer. So
and 1 extra health,
Yes, the elephant is sick for 4 range and 4 AP.
but it doesn't have the defense die.
the slow does like I would rather probably have the Jag Panther though, because I really hate slow. in big maps, like you can only roll down the center type of thing with an elephant, like, and that's normally fine, but it is definitely an issue where I really am learning of how much I hate slow, but it's tough. Yeah, the key thing is right. This early game help propel you, and I think this is a better early game. You know,
For
like this
sure.
has a
For
transition
sure,
middle
man.
game. I can put down 1 or 2 packs. You know, 2 packs is only 2 fuel, so that's not gonna slow me down too much. And then this isn't really that much more expensive than the Panzer IV, and to me, you know, it's one thing to get one Panzer IV, but it's just if you want a tank, you need something. You need 3 AP to really fight in this game. So like 3 AP minimum. So like 3 or 4. But I don't know. I think those. It's one of those two. I'll adjust. Like if I have to. Like if what's going on in the game is gonna force me into assault, I'll play assault. But I really want to try to play the tank destroyer doctrine. And yeah, like kind of like Hamster was just saying. I kind of feel like with starting with 2 fuel, the only competitive way to play OKW right now is to go the Stug Commanders. It's cheesy, but the problem is if you're dumping fuel on Stukas, or like I don't even know if it's worth getting 1 Luke, which I know that sounds funny, but the issue really is, you know, just getting the fuel to get to tier 3, and then like you said, the Panther is kind of a bit disappointing, so for its cost. But OKW has a lot of good commanders, so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun earlier. Oh man, I had 2 Shermans and 3 Wolverines, and
Jeez.
oh man, it was an insane game. He had like he had 2, no, he had 3 Brumbars, 3 Brumbars, a Panzer IV, and an Elephant. And he snuck in a Kuba wagon to take one of my XP points, and then he was able to capture it because I didn't my damage. He rolled his defense dice, and that's what won him. And
Gotcha.
basically, in the second overtime, I was able to get a kill to tie it, but I knew at that point he had 3 of the 4 victory points, so
Mhm.
he like there was no way. So I did an all-in strategy to try to capture a different one, and it didn't work out. But it
Yeah.
came close. It came down to 1 roll. He chucked 5 HE and 1. What was it 5 HE and 1 AP or something? No, it couldn't have been 1 AP. But he chucked a lot of dice against weapon team with light cover, and he rolled so many reds, and then I came down to if I rolled my 1 defense from light cover, if I saved, then I would have had a chance, but I failed it. It was such a great game.
Dang.
It went way too long, but it was such a blast.
Yeah, it's about having a good time. I do like the hidden clock a lot. That's so nice.
I think that's all you need. I know
That's
people
all
are
you
saying
need.
I don't
There's
think you need the random timer. Like you're too busy thinking about what's going on to
right,
be counting the time in your head.
right.
So I think that's it. I think that's all you need. And I prefer real time, but I prefer that you gotta I don't know, you do the cube and then do the vehicle.
Yeah,
but
cube
you
and then
gotta
vehicle I think is the way to go. It's just easier then,
but
because then
the,
it's
the,
like
the the problem with the cubes is, you
gets in the
definitely gotta
way.
turn off. You definitely gotta put in turn off snap points, which is definitely a big thing. But also that it gets in the way, because like you can't
Yep.
put it here, because then it's like, okay, well clearly,
Can you make the cubes flat, like these things here?
I could make discs, and I
Yeah,
actually thought about that,
but
and I
they're all
think
just
that would.
discs.
I think discs might be better.
Because I think one of these right here, like if you put a thing on a disc, yeah, boom,
Doesn't.
exactly. I think you can still kind of see underneath it. Just make the discs nice and big.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the way to go. Just disc. I was thinking about that, but hearing it from somebody else as well, I think that's a better way to play real time.
I mean, you don't need discs. Just take these things here and just copy paste them and turn any one of these resources to a random thing.
Well, it's not. You definitely got to. I mean, I could color tint it. Does that actually work with it? No, it doesn't. It's got the image, so you gotta really just do a disc of the colors. It's not a big deal, but
All right,
I
hey,
think that would greatly help. But yep.
Brian, thanks for
going
watching
too.
that. I appreciate you helping me understand the game and its flaws more as I root for the faction that's falling apart.
Yeah, well, it's very much it's just very interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see how
They
tomorrow
get it.
goes, man. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It's like you said earlier, some map change I think can solve a lot of problem.
I think so too. I think a lot of problems can be solved with map change. And I made a note of that. Alright, I definitely gotta go to bed, guys. I gotta.
And so far I have not played a lot, but so far I think the Panzer Grenadier need a little buff.
Hmm.